Good evening, everyone. I'm here today with ACC Breakout Racing League Tier 2 here at the first round of the season in Season 4 at Misano. I will be your only commentator for tonight as I do not have a co-com with me, but I hope I will be enough for you all. We're currently 10 minutes into free practice with a total of 15 drivers, as I know some of these guys are sneaking in from Tier 1, so I'm sure they'll be out shortly, but hang on me for a few minutes here as we head into pre-frac into qualifying in the next 10 minutes. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, chat. Please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. There we go. Alright. I was just watching the stream back and I heard someone else's voice and I didn't have voice chat muted, so got ahead and got that muted in case anyone has any words to say. If there's any chaos throughout this race, you don't have to have any of that, so thanks for bearing with me, guys. My first stream for ACC. Been here since Season 1 and as a driver, and I love this game, and I'm just happy to be able to commentate and share this experience with all. So looking forward to a long season. We have 22 races this season. It's the longest in BRL ACC's history, at least on the Xbox side. And this is the second time we've had a Tier 2. In previous seasons, we've tried 2 tiers, but by the end of the season, we just combined tiers. But I think we're looking good so far. We've got a lot of drivers in this race. We even got a certified safety car. We haven't had that consistently words in ACC for a while, so I think things are really looking up. We've had great viewership the past 2 seasons. We've only gone higher, and yeah, I'm just happy to be here, and we're gonna have a great race, I'm sure. Yeah, 22 races, Bailey. It's a long calendar. Not so long for these Tier 2 guys. Their max race length they'll have throughout the season is an hour, and at the shortest, I believe, is 30 minutes. So, yeah, should be good. We're currently on board with LDR Redeemer, Tier 4 driver in F1, on the F1 side of things in BRL, and he's looking strong here in ACC. He's been here for a while now. He's just been improving ever since, and hopefully he can do well this time. Currently P5, about a second off the pace in practice here, so see how he goes in qualifying in the race. Just wanted to note the field spread for you guys here. We have 1, 2, 3 Hondas in Tier 2. I have to say I'm very surprised by that. The maximum amount of Hondas we've ever had in any race in ACC with Hondas has been 2? Yeah, 2. No, 1. It was 1 last season at the final round 2 weeks ago in Bathurst with Hey Katra, a commentator here at BRL and a racer in Tier 3 in F1. And she was in the Honda, had a very good race until I'd say the last 20 minutes. She got a bit on a bump and made a contact, and let's just say there was a huge incident, to say the least, in the final sector around Bathurst. And if you know Bathurst, then you know there's a crash there. It's going to be a big one, and yeah. But it's good to see a lot of Hondas. It's a very rare car to see, especially on Xbox. Don't see too many drivers with it. But yeah, it's good to see him. We have Titan here. He's going a bit wide on those curbs. It's not what you need to do. His lap's probably invalidated, but he's looking strong so far as the leading Honda, with Ardell, the other Honda, and Axe F1, a solid 5 seconds off the pace. But you probably heard him before if you ever tuned into ACC. He's been our lead comm for, I'd say, every season now for the past year almost. Yeah, it's been a whole year. He's been the lead comm, and he's now in Tier 2. He wants to race. He wanted to race last season, and now he's finally getting his chance. So glad to see him in the Honda, and glad to see him on track, and hopefully he'll hop up to Tier 1. I know he would definitely like that. And Jug, I don't know what you're talking about in the chat, but that's a bit rude. I need you to chill out with that. It's not very professional, especially coming from you, considering you and Skeppy crash every single race, and I mean every race. So yeah, I need you to take a step back and go back in your Ferrari corner with your OP car. So yeah, that'd be great. Currently watching Stig. Ooh, gets a bit loose out of the final corner in that nice McLaren. It's not the best car here. I know some of my fellow competitors in Tier 1 who tried the McLaren were a bit faster than me, to say the least, a couple tenths, but in my hand it didn't feel very fast. But it has its moments, especially I'd say about 2/3 of the race through. The tires really seem to grip up, and then it's just a matter of just using the car the best way you can. And if you're consistent in just about any car, really, you can easily get a podium, maybe even a win, as we saw last night in Tier 1. Also interesting to note, we have 2 BMWs on the grid. It's also very rare to see these cars in BRL, and P6 currently for Kieran Evans, about 1.5 seconds off the pace. That's pretty good. You know, practice is coming to an end now with about 40 seconds left. Going a bit late into practice here. Usually it'd be in qualifying by now, but more practice for these guys the better, as they're just a bit off the pace of Tier 1, and I'm sure this practice will only help them improve, especially on a interesting track like Misano. A lot of corners, as you see Kieran drift and go off, and he's gonna go back to the pits. But yeah, it can be a challenging circuit, to say the least, especially with some of these curbs in Sector 1. And then with Redeemer here, the long right-hander, triple apex, you can easily go wide here. He keeps within the track, goes a bit wide, gets cut back though, and that's gonna be his lap coming to an end now. As qualifying, I mean, practice has just come to an end, so these guys have got their laps in. They've got plenty of practice in, about 2 hours worth of a practice session, and yeah, hopefully we can have a good qualifying. As Calzona is still in the lobby for some reason. He was our winner in Tier 1 last night, one of our winners, and he's just vibing in here, I guess. As we can see in practice, the fastest lap was a 36 flat. The field spread, it's interesting. There's, you got the top 3, and then from 4th all the way to, I'd say, about 8th is pretty close. Then again, from 9th to 10th. And then there's definitely some interesting gaps down here, but I'm sure they'll pick up the pace. As we have a couple cars, a lot of cars actually coming out the pit. Look at this 3-way in the pit lane. That's interesting. A Nissan, a Honda, and a BMW. Hopefully they can stay out of the way on this qualifying as they start their laps. Yeah, Axis, you're right. Neymar is definitely the coach for safety cars. Someone even say he should be the safety car for Tier 1. Some have their opinions. I know I do, but it's good to see Neymar in Tier 1. If you didn't watch Tier 1's race last night, he had a very good race in Tier 1. He was leading for a good chunk in Tier 2. In the second race, he was looking strong until he got disqualified. So that was unfortunate for him. But yeah, the Ferrari's looking very strong last night. We only had 2 on the grid, well, 1 on the grid so far, and that's CRLR 7077. He's in the car number 92, and hopefully he can have a good day at this home track for Ferrari. As you go on board with Night CLR, as he's starting the first lap of the session here in the Ferrari. Let's see what he can do. Just taking it a bit cautious, feeling for the track. Tries to run this track. He goes to top to times with a 39.8. Not the best lap, but it definitely looked like he was just getting a feel for the track, and I'm sure he has more pace in the back than that based off his lap. There's a bit of a tight fight going on their quality laps, GameStopper and Kieran Evans. I don't know if that'll help their laps necessarily, but at least they'll be in a train. They can just follow each other and maybe push each other to the limits during this qualifying session. Titan goes up to the first with a 36.9. What can these boys do? Kieran with 37, 38.2. GameStopper a bit further back, 4/10. Here comes Ardell. He invalidated his lap. Let's go see the Porsche of Mr. Pink coming across the final corner now. Don't go wide here. He's not going to go wide. He's got it real tight, real nice and easy on the exit. He's going to come across the line. What will it be? It was invalidated. Oh well. A lot of invalidations out here so far, but still a long way to go. Kart racer do coming across the line. It is going to be validated? No, it's not. It's a lap, that's for sure. It is a 40.7, about 4 seconds off the pace. Where is he losing the time? It's definitely in sector 2, and then a lot in sector 3. So some of these drivers are just brand new to the game, and they're definitely learning as they come along. Meanwhile, some of these drivers are a bit more experienced, like Titan. He's been here for a while. GameStopper, Axe, so they've got a bit more experience compared to the other drivers on the grid here. So as Calzone has left the session, thankfully, or else he would have an easy win tonight for sure. As you see Titan go even quicker, he goes quicker by about 2/10 or so from his previous lap there. Oh, about 3/10 actually, so even faster for the Honda driver. Always nice to see a Honda leading, especially with such a nice livery. Here comes Game Stopper. Can he do anything on this lap? 1 seconds off. He's gonna have to find some time. He does it and improve. Assuming there's a validation, we'll go ahead and check real quick. So I think it's a validation, so he won't be going any faster. Car number 30, Ardell, he's starting his lap. Let's go on board with Ardell, see what he can do on his flying lap. We just finished Ardell's lap. It's a 38.4. He definitely seemed to be struggling a bit with the car, but it's a solid time, and he's probably got more to find, as I saw. Mr. Pink up to P1 with a 35.7. A very good lap from the Porsche driver. That's not too bad. That would definitely be midfield qualifying in Tier 1. So these top two, Mr. Pink and Titan, seem to be running away with the field at the moment. Redeemer's in third, closest to the top two, a second off the pace. In fourth place, Stig almost 2 seconds off. So these two definitely seem to have an early advantage on the rest of the field, and with about 11.5 minutes left to qualify, we'll see if anyone else can get close to the top two. Oh, the Scartrix I just saw go up to first place with a 35.4. Wow, very good pace from these top three, and not looking like Redeemer's improving. He's really trying his best. He's about 2/10 down, but very good lap from Scartrix, and great to see a McLaren up there in the top three. So we have 10 minutes left, and Scartrix just comes out of nowhere to get first so far. So these drivers obviously have a lot of pace left, as some of them are still getting used to the game, and some are figuring out the tricks to be fast here. As you see Stig pop up to P5 on the timing sheets. Redeemer's about a 10th up. He definitely got a lot better run out of that corner. That's going to help him. Let's see what we can do here. Does he lift? Yes, he does. Not necessarily the best line to take, but for these Tier 2 drivers, I'm sure they're just driving within the limits of what they can do. Comes across out of the final corner, losing time, he's losing time. It'll still be about a 2/10 improvement, and that'll put him 1.1 seconds off of the lead, but crucially a second ahead of the next driver behind, that being TRL Stig. So, good job from Redeemer. He definitely seems to be best of the rest right now. So that's pretty much all you can ask for with these drivers in the top 3 being really in a league of their own. Axe improves, he gains a second on his lap, doesn't improve in his position, but it is good to see the former ACC commentator improving on his times. He's obviously hasn't played competitively at ACC in a long time, but he's definitely getting the rust off, and he's finding time clearly. So we're gonna go back with Redeemer. He's coming up to finish another lap. Is he improving on this one? Yes, he's invalidated. But just before that, he was about 5/10 up, which would have put him still P4, but crucially only like 6/10 behind. So Redeemer might has something left in the bag. He's definitely seems to be in. Oh, yeah, that's frustrating. You could see in the wheel he had a great run out of that first corner, but just cut those inside curves too much, and that's his lap over. He's gonna have to try again. But the pace looked like he had the pace to be really close to the top 3 and possibly even get ahead of Titan. So never say never for Redeemer. There's still 7 minutes left of this qualifying session. Here comes Kieran. He goes up to P5. I think he gained about 6/10 on that lap. Mr. Pink can't improve on his lap, but he's still very close. He's got to watch out, or else he might end up catching Kieran. He's lucky he'll get some slipstream, but on ACC that doesn't really help your lap time or even pass someone, especially in that Porsche. We saw last night with TTM John get stuck behind the Ferrari BRL Neymar for a good chunk of that race, because that's just how slow that Porsche is in a straight line. So he's got to watch out, because that Porsche will definitely catch that BMW in the corners. So hopefully he won't get held up too much. Scar Tricks, he's coming across the line. Does he improve? No, he does not. Go watch Knight CRLR. See if he's improving at all. About 3 seconds off the pace. A 10th would put him ahead of Ardell. Oh, he's about to start his lap, so let's just watch his lap and see what he does. Coming out of the first sector, he's almost 8/10 up. That's a very good start to the lap. That'll put him all the way up to P7, just a 10th behind Stig. He's already still gaining time. He's about to come across the sector 2 line in a few seconds here. Let's see how he takes this very difficult corner. He takes it in second gear. Doesn't take it in first, but it's still not going to stop him from improving. He's still gaining time out of the acceleration zone. Coming across the sector 2 line, he's 1.1 seconds up. That'll put him above TRL Stig. I don't know if we're going P5. We'll have to wait and see if he gets the best run into the corner. Not as fast as you could be taking it, but he's still improving. He's gained 4/10 just from that corner alone. He loses a bit on exit. starts getting again from the acceleration. Keeps within the track, easy, nice and easy. Brake here. Down to second. Push it as hard as you can. He's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. What can he do? It's almost 1.9 seconds. He goes up to P5, 1.1 seconds off a pole. A very, very good lap from Nightcrawler. He gained a lot of time that lap, and it puts him pretty much on par with LDR Redeemer, who's still out there trying to find time. Same for Mr. Pink. He's trying to find time. He's validated this lap, and he's just recharged himself to go for another lap. He's only 2.5 tenths off a pole, and just 3 minutes left, so anything can happen. Let's go on board with him and watch his lap as well. Oh, is he? Oh, he didn't shut down. He went there in fourth, and that just is not gonna work. Almost never, especially in that course. So he's only 2 tenths down. Maybe he can find some more time. But if he does find more time and improves on this lap, then he can have a great delta for the first 2 corners on his next lap. But I don't think it's gonna happen. He's gaining time. You know what? I'm just gonna shut up. Maybe he'll improve, so I won't jinx him. And you can hear this awesome Porsche engine. Oh, he's gonna go wide. I knew it. I had to cut him off at the final corner. There's definitely a lot of time for him to find, I think. Whether or not he knows how to get all that time is up for debate, but looking at the way he was driving, there's definitely a lot of time he can find, and I think if he's only gonna have 1 lap left if he gets out on time, but I think he can definitely have a fighting chance for pole. The Scartrix, he's coming across the line. He would love to improve. He's got 2 more laps to do something crazy to try and improve that gap. Let's go on board with him and watch his lap in McLaren on provisional pole position. And he improves. I don't know if you guys heard me just gasp for a second there. I thought he was going to lose the car, come out the final corner. He still got another lap to improve, but excuse me. I think he's got pole pretty much settled. His 2 main rivals, Mr. Pink and Mr. Titan, they're second and third, and they're in the pits. And qualifying's over, and the last person to cross, Redeemer didn't even get to cross the line, so he won't be able to improve his time. So, and number 448 and 3 just went into the pits. So it's Scartrix is just doing this for pride now, unless someone outside the top 3 finds over a second to try and steal this pole away from him, but he had a really good lap, took a lot of lines that you wouldn't expect from Tier 2 drivers, and his dominance is really showing here tonight. He's 2.5 tenths up already, and he can still have a lot of time to gain this last sector. He's flashing his lights to 9 CRLR to let him know that, hey, I'm behind, don't hold me up. Who is that? I believe that is number 95. It was Axe. He's gone back to the pit, so it won't be a distraction. He's 3 tenths up. Oh, he lost a bit of time. He's 2 tenths down. It won't matter though. He's gonna get pole unless the 9 CRLR can do something magical here. He's got to find 1.3 seconds. The Scartrix improvement on the Delta. He gets loose again. Can Nightcrawler do anything to go? Doesn't improve, and he goes up to 35.2 for Scartrix. 5 tenths from P2. What a lap. What a lap from the McLaren driver. That's great to see in Tier 2. And that is qualifying over. So, your grid for tonight is Scartrix on pole. Mr. Pink, P2. Mr. Titan, P3. Redeemer, 4th. He's finished his qualifying already. I'm just going to call Night CRL our Nightcrawler for the rest of the season. If he wants me to call him his actual name, then I'll do that. But for sanity's sake, I'm just going to call him Nightcrawler. He's 5th in the Ferrari. Stig in the McLaren. P6, 1-6 for McLaren. Not a bad day in the office at all. Kieran Evans, P7 BMW. Game Stopper. The only Nissan on the grid and currently in P8. Fardell, P9, and Axe, P10. So, good starting positions for those two. Honda's not as good as their teammate Mr. Titan, but at least they're next to each other. They can help each other out in the first lap or two. With the BMW of Kart Racer down in P11, Johan in P12, and the other McLaren that completes the trio. Then you have Gucci in the safety car, technically P13. I call that a good day. And then you have these people who are not in the session, Tier 1 boys, just hopping in because they felt like it. And that will be your grid for this race, these two 30-minute races. Now we have about a minute and 30 seconds of waiting period until we hop into the race session. Looking in the chat here, Interior Titan said the Scars controller. Wow, pulling a Neymar and see. If you guys didn't know that BRL Neymar in Tier 1, as we hop into the first race session, BRL Neymar is in the Ferrari. He had very good pace yesterday and has had good pace every season since he's been in ACC, and he's played on controller every season. A funny story is he's so lazy to set up his wheel that it's been sitting there for a whole year. I think he just sold it to Juggernog, one of the Tier 1 drivers. So he's just been so lazy he didn't use his wheel. But he has the pace on controller, so power to him. And it seems as though Scartrix has similar pace. So good to see some controller players having some good pace here on ACC, which is usually dominated by wheel players. There's 50 seconds in before the race starts. Any predictions in chat? Let's get your predictions. Top 3, top 10, first place. Who's going to crash first? Let's get some predictions in here. What do you guys think is going to happen? We have 27 viewers, 24 viewers. I'm looking at 2 streams here. We're going to go for around, I'm going to say 25 viewers in stream. I just want to say a big thanks to all of you coming in tonight on a Monday night, just relaxing here. First day of work, first day of school is over for the week. They can relax and watch some beautiful, amazing sounding GT cars race here, as F1 will be starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, later in this week, with F2 on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. I believe. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, because we're about to start the race now. Scartrix will lead the drivers into turn 1. He's starting on pole. BRL Kieran starting in the back, and he's weaving, trying to get some heat into those tires. Here we go. He's gone now for green. Going the helicopter cam. See if we can spot anything, any chaos. Hopefully not, because that would be terrible to see. No, they go. Look at the move from Stig. He goes for it, and he bullies the Ferrari driver out the way. There's not even contact between the Nissan. There's just about clean there. Thankfully, no issues there on the first few corners. And I have to say, I'm really impressed as the Nissan goes wide. The BMW gets ahead. Very nice opportunistic move. And we are clean from the start of this race. As Kieran has a bit of a moment. As look at the gap, Scartrix already has a second gap to the driver in second, Mr. Pink, and Mr. Titan in third. So the top three remain the same, and say just about most of the grids remain the same with a few changes in grid slot positions. But yeah, good start. Already cleaner than Tier 1 in both races, so nice job, Tier 2. You're really showing the Tier 1 boys what we should be doing in races. But yeah, we'll leave that till a whole nother. We still have one more race, so maybe they'll crash. Hopefully not, though, because so far it's been very clean and very good, very calm, relaxed racing. As we'll probably see about 30 laps at the maximum. Actually, no, this is only a 30-minute race, so probably 15, 14, maybe 16 laps at most. So it's going to be a real sprint to the end here. So there's already a train forming behind Mr. Titan. They just about, Stig is catching a little bit, so from third all the way down to really P8 and Game Stoppers is about a 5-car train behind third place. As you've got Axe is having a bit of a train himself as Kieran has gotten past Ardell, so the Honda boys having a bit of an interesting dynamic going on, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Right now we're gonna go back to, I'd say right here. Yep, Nightcrawler and Kieran, they might have a little scrap here. Coming out of this corner, maybe someone hops the curb. No one's hopping. Oh, Game Stopper's up on the curb. I saw that. You're sneaky. Oh, contact! No! Oh, bit of contact. That's definitely not what either of those drivers wanted. I think Kieran might have just backed out a little bit to make sure that Nightcrawler stayed ahead, and that's going to have some rear damage for that Ferrari driver. That's not going to help his race here. I think someone's going side by side. Oh, that's Kieran, kart racer. Oh, Kieran tries to get the better exit, but he gets a bit wobbly out of the corner. Gonna hurt his run, and I think he might have to stick behind the Ferrari driver for now. As here comes Game Stopper on Kieran. He gets the move done. I mean, on the Nightcrawler and gets the move done. Very good move from the Nissan driver, as I'm pretty sure that Nightcrawler has some rear damage to the back of his car, so it's definitely going to hurt his race. There's no mandatory pit stops in this race, so he's just going to have to survive with it. And yeah, go back out to the top of the field. You can already see the gap building between first and second gap. 2 seconds now, and Titan takes a lot of inside curve. That might be a warning if he's not careful. There's a huge fight going on. I just caught it on the map, and that's Ardell getting past Kieran, and now Ardell's hunting down kart racer. And this axis dropped back a little bit. There must have been an incident. Sorry, I didn't catch that, folks. But here comes Ardell. He's gonna send it. He's gonna send it. I know he will. He's gonna make kart racer think about it, and that's gonna shove kart racer off. He didn't want to have any sort of contact with Ardell and just got kind of scared off the track. And speaking scared off the track, that's Ardell going off onto those rumble curves. That's really going to hurt his momentum. Will Kieran send it up the inside? No. Oh, he sent it into the back of Ardell. Oh, that's not what you like to see. Now Ardell has rear damage and he drifts back onto the track, but Kieran in the gravel trap. Someone said Ardell was going to get beached. Well, it's Kieran, but thankfully he gets out of the gravel. But yeah, that's very unfortunate there. So here comes Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler and Game Stopper, they're fighting hard. Will he send it up the inside? Maybe he'll do a switch back up here. We'll have to wait and see. No, I think he just backs out for now. He might try and line up a move on the straight. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, very unfortunate for the drivers here. Have some incidents early on, not in the first lap, but definitely they're already getting impatient as it goes kart racer wide again. That's what Arthel through again. So kart racer not having the best of times with the track limit so far in this race. He screws up the final corner a bit there, causes himself a lot of momentum. Back to the fight for the podium. Hope this second through the field here. A train forming from Stig down to Game Stopper. That could develop into something. Meanwhile, Redeemer still trying to close on Titan. We're on lap 3. There's still 24 minutes left in this race, so a long way to go. Anything can happen here, as we saw in Tier 1 last night in both of those races. Oh, it's a bit of a mistake from Redeemer. I was looking at the chat for a second, didn't see exactly what happened. All I know is that Redeemer missed the apex and had to back out, but he's still in the fight for now, so we should be fine. Oh, I see now. I'm looking at the stream. It's a bit delayed from my side, but he just went really deep in that corner, but thankfully he doesn't hit the back of Titan. That would have been a Honda being hit in the back again this race. So thankfully they managed to keep it clean, and good job from Redeemer to not hit the rear end of that Honda car, currently running P3 in this race. On the off-board here of the BMW, see if you can make any moves, see how close you get to the McLaren, and just have a nice listen to that BMW grunt as, ooh, Ferrari looking for a move, but he's gonna have to back out, maybe get a better run. No, they're gonna be just about even, so we'll just have to wait and see what goes on with this fight. It's a really good fight, but a better fight, I think, is Redeemer. He's getting pretty close, just a little bit, not making a move yet, but definitely the fights on the track are third, the battle for third, the battle for fifth, all the way down to seventh. The car is really close. Kieran's even closer. He's gonna go deep though. He's gonna drift. Stig's drifting big time. It's not what you can see. Kieran has to back out. He didn't want to make any contact. He didn't want to risk anything. The Ferrari's been really good around here, as we saw in Tier 1 last night. He's gonna have a compromised line. Not really. I think Kieran backed out and thought better of it. That's gonna allow Crawler to make a move. Is he gonna make the move? Oh, Stig! Oh, Stig's off! Oh, he lost the car. No, the McLaren. That is just very unlucky. He gave Nightcrawler space on the inside and just couldn't keep the car. He just broke a little bit too late, and that completely unraveled as we have Ardell and Kart Racer fighting again. They're having a bit of fun this race, as you can see. Both BMWs really just drifting a bit under the brakes. They're definitely not liking this track all that much, it would seem. Ardell hasn't had the best race. Neither of the Hondas starting outside the top 10, with Max behind him in P11, so maybe they can work together if Ardell gets stuck behind Kart Racer a little bit. He's looking for a move, trying to let Kart Racer know he's there, but he's compromised his turn 1. He's got a better run coming out of turn 2, so they're going to keep battling here, and maybe Axe can get in there and sneak inside the top 10, because he would definitely like to get in the top 10 in his first race back on ACC. Old Kart Racer screws up a little bit. Will that be a chance of a move? We'll have to wait and see. I don't think so. Just the straight isn't really long enough unless you're like within 4 or 5 tenths of the car ahead. Probably 3 tenths, honestly. So he's going to have to wait a bit longer. He's going to go way deeper on the brakes. The Kart Racer keeps out of the gearbox of that BMW driver. So yeah, at least these guys are getting really close and personal between each other. Redeemer's still stuck behind Ardell's fellow Honda teammate of Titan. Titan's not had the race pace as the top 2. They're pretty close in qualifying. The Scar Tricks, what's it got? 3 seconds? 3 seconds, so fair play to Mr. Pink. keeping that gap pretty close, 3 seconds. That means Gartrix is only going a few tenths quicker than each lap, so Titan definitely was closer in qualifying than he has been in the race, and if anything, it really shows Redeemer's race pace coming along nicely here. I think, yep, Ardell's passed Kart Racer, and that allows Axe to now try and catch up to the BMW driver. Negotiate the final corner, just about within the track limits, so no craziness going on there. As we're at 30 viewers on the stream tonight. What is going on tonight? A Monday night and 30 viewers for ACC. Wow, I'm astounded. It's just me in the booth. So again, thank you to all our viewers. If you're not following Breakout Racing League, we have races Monday nights for ACC Tier 2s you're currently watching right now. Wednesday nights we have F2 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I believe. Thursday nights we have Realistic at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Here comes Kart Racer. Is he gonna make a move? Don't make contact, boys. Get cut back in. Do it. There you go. You're gonna go side by side. I'll get back to the schedule in a minute, but this is action right here. It's very clean racing with these two. Is Ardell gonna stick it up the inside? He can. He's gonna break a bit later. Maybe try and force Kart Racer to go alongside around and then get the inside line for the back acceleration. Meanwhile, Axe is in this as well. He wants a piece of this pie. He might even go 3 wide. Oh, Ardell backs out. That's very smart driving from these two Hondas. They're working together like I thought they would. They started alongside each other, and now they're working together to get past this BMW. They definitely would have liked to have been higher in this race, but they know how important every point is, and there's no point squabbling over each other as Ardell goes a bit wide. Meanwhile, Axe gets a really nice cut into that inside line, and he's going to try and sniff a move on the BMW, but crucially the BMW gets a good drive, and now Ardell is right behind Axe again, so they're working together, but I think Ardell might have the better pace as of right now, so hopefully they don't trip over each other as they try and get past this BMW, because every point is crucial in this 22 race calendar, so no point fighting this hard against each other when you're only on the first race of the season, really, and there's not even halfway done. As there you go, solid move from Ardell. I think Axe just let him by there. Very good to see. Good teamwork from these two, and try and catch up on Kart Racer. Hopefully they can try and get past. Kart Racer's sake, he would definitely like to keep his P9 because he's had some very good defensive driving from himself today in this first race. As yeah, back to the schedule. Thursday we have Realistic on F1. That is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We also, and then on Friday we have back-to-back tiers. Tier 3, which I'm currently in, that is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern Time we have Tier 4 for F1. And then Saturday is Tier 1 and 2. Tier 2, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tier 1, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So just like Friday night, it'll be the same Saturday. And then Sunday, oh, is there a game? Is that Kieran? Not Kieran. Kart Racer. Ah, he goes off, and that's going to give Ardell the place. And look at Kieran. He's made up a lot of time. He's right behind Axe now. So they're going to go, they might go side by side. Kieran looking up the inside. He's close. Oh, and Axe gives him space. Very good, respectful driving from these two drivers. Leaving space when space is needed to be left. Axe just keeps ahead. These guys are having such a good race, and it's cutting me off from getting you guys the schedule for Breakout Racing League. But I think you guys are fine with that, because this racing is looking pretty spicy right now. But they'll let me speak, which I think they will. The last scheduled race for the Breakout Racing League weekly event is ACC Tier 1, which was held yesterday on Sunday. That starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and usually ends about anywhere from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, depending on the race length. But yeah, again, huge thank you for all the support for ACC and BRL. ACC, we started this last year compared to F1, which Breakout Racing League started, I believe, 3 years ago. Now as Axe goes deep and Kieran slots in ahead, and Axe gets even more loose. They're not letting me speak, guys, but again, I think it's fine. But yeah, the support for ACC has been phenomenal, and I'm really glad to be a part of this. Been here since Season 1 ACC, Season 5 of F1, and yeah, we're just growing and growing. F1 2021 hasn't been the best game, to say the least, from Codemasters, but ACC has just been consistently banging season after season. We've continued to grow, and as you can see here, we have such a huge amount of talent between Tier 1 and 2. Speaking of talent, I just want to point out real quick the gap to Scartrix and Mr. Pink, 9 seconds. So great job from Scartrix. Got a great gap, and he has just cruised to the end. Meanwhile, Ardell can't cruise to the end because he's got this huge gaggle of cars behind him, pretty much 3 cars. So he's definitely got to watch himself. He would definitely like to have Axe up there with him to try and help him defend against these 2 cars behind him. Kart Racer got a big up bit on the grass there. He tried to go break deep on the outside, but that grass is never going to work. And here comes Kieran. Oh no! Kart Racer goes in the gravel a little bit. And here comes Kieran. I think Ardell made a mistake. Speaking of mistakes, it's Kieran on the grass, but it's fine. It's not going to slow him down enough to stop him from getting ahead, maybe. Don't make contact. Don't make... Oh, they made a bit of contact, but it's just rubbing his racing. And they're still going to go side by side here. We'll get a better camera angle. There we go. See here. Oh, don't make contact. They're just about going to keep it clean, thankfully. And here comes Kieran getting the switchback. They're going to go side by side. Oh, Ardell, don't squeeze him so hard that he crashed. Don't want that happening. Just crossed the halfway point of this race. It's very fair race between these 2. Oh, Ardell drifts. He saves it. Oh, and Kieran drifts to it. He doesn't save it. And I think there's contact between Axe and Ardell, and Kieran is around. Oh no! And look who this helps. Kart Racer. He's back up to basically where he was, chasing the 2 Hondas. Oh, poor. Oh, it's Kart Racer. No, that's grass, and that's gonna send you into a spin. But he's basically kept it on the track. So yeah, good save from Kart Racer. Great save from Ardell. And look at this, the Hondas are now P9 and 10 as Ardell goes really deep, and he just lets Axe through. Very, very smart driving from these 2. You love to see it. It's just great to see the teamwork working here at Honda. And we have a great family here about Honda. Here at Honda, it's all about family at Honda. So if you like family, come to Honda. Yeah. We are not sponsored by Honda, by the way. I just like Honda. I have a Honda Civic, and I like Honda, so Honda's pretty cool in my book. So if you want to join ACC, maybe hop in the Honda. You might have fun. I don't know. And I'll tell you what, I know who's having fun right now. It's Scartrix in the McLaren. I'm in the McLaren Tier 1. I didn't think it was so great, but Scartrix, he's having a blast right now. A bit loose there, but he's already got almost an 11-second gap to Mr. Pink, who started P2 this race and currently sits in P2. So great job from Scartrix. I mentioned earlier, he has a talent, and he's showing it right now. GameStopper and Stig are still fighting. We haven't seen these 2 in a while. Been focusing on the fight for P9, but they've been pretty close. I've been keeping an eye on the gap. They've been pretty close for the majority of this race, so good to see from these 2 drivers. And also really nice to see a Nissan GTR. We haven't had one since Season 1 with BRL Skeppy, one of the owners in Breakout Racing League, and the Season 2, yeah, Season 2 champion of this championship in ACC. So he was in the GTR in Season 1, and he was absolute dog crap doo-doo in that car, to say the least. And then he got out of it, and he was shot up to the front of the field, thank God. So yeah, but good to see some Nissan representation. It's a very old car. They released it in 2008. They need to bring out a new one. It's been over a decade. But yeah, good to see someone using the Nissan. It's a very nice car, and good to see him in the top 7. So we'll keep an eye on this battle for now, and hopefully they can keep it clean. Oh, who spun? That's Mr. Pink. I just saw on the map he spun around, and that's gonna allow Titan to get through and Redeemer. Oh no, poor Mr. Pink. He had a 6-second gap to Titan. His Redeemer is lagging a little bit. Hopefully that's just on my end and not down there on the track with with our racers here tonight. But yeah, very unfortunate for Mr. Pink. I'll have a look at the replay in a minute here, but I also want to go back to P10 and with Ardell and Kart Racer. Where's Axe gone? Axe is ahead, and Ardell is back here. So maybe I'll have a look at the replays, see what happened there. But Mr. Pink, very unfortunate incident there, and he'll be hoping to try and gain back on these two, as he was quite a ways ahead. And he's got, what is that? 9 minutes just about to try and get this overtake done on both the drivers. I'm gonna take a risk. Look at the replay. I'll give it about 5 seconds. If nothing happens at 5 seconds, we'll take a look at the replay, see if we can see what happened to well, at least Mr. Pink and maybe Ardell. I don't know if the replay will go that far back, but we'll have to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Stink gets a bit loose. Oh, now I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave, guys. Oh no. No gap. There's no fighting there. No fighting here. I don't want to leave. Hold on. Kieran looking for a move. What's gonna happen? Oh, it might happen. You guys want to see the replay of what happened to Mr. Pink and Ardell, or you guys just want to watch the live race? Let me know in the chat. I don't want to miss out on any fights either. We already missed out on the incident with Pink and Ardell losing a bit of time. But let me know if you want to watch live or just go back to the replay. We can always replay the live events if we miss anything. But let me know. Replay? All right. Okay. Replay it is. Wait a little bit longer, see if Kieran makes a move here. The Ferrari's been good around here in the straights. Not so much the BMW. I think it's gonna happen. Goes a bit deep. Kieran doesn't really do anything. So we're gonna see a move unless Kart Racers wants to eat it off the carb. Oh my gosh, Kieran got so close. Wow. Oh my gosh, he's so close. He's gonna set it up the inside and lock up. Wow. Kieran lets him back through. Wow. Well, did you guys see that? I saw that. That was something. That's why I was scared to go to the replay, guys. Now I don't want to see the replay. I don't want to see it anymore. With Kieran, that was a great attempt by Kieran. Props to him. That was great. That was something special. You could see him walk up the wheel. You know, Jug, I'm gonna test that theory. Is the replay long gone? Let's see. It probably is. Let's check anyways. No, I don't think so. Oh, it is. Dang it. Oh well. Any more crashes anywhere? Nope. Yeah, it's long gone. Oh well, worth it. And hey, we're back here with Stig, the Game Stopper. They're having fun. Oh, someone else is having fun. That's Kieran and Kart Racer. English, very bad. Oh well, they're about to get lapped by Scar Tricks. Give it another 10 minutes and they would have been lapped. So, look at the gap. It's almost 20 seconds. Wow. Kind of crazy. These camera angles are kind of crazy. Let's change that, shall we? There we go. On board. Kart Racer. Lock up here. You can see him struggling with the grip. The tires are coming to an end now in this 30-minute session. Oh, watch someone else like Stig and GameStopper. They're having fun. They've been having fun the entire race. See some scuff marks on GameStopper's Nissan. He's definitely taking some damage here, but Rubin's racing, as they say, so I think he should be fine. Stig has just been trying his absolute best to get past his Nissan, but the McLaren, it does not feel that great in the straight around here. If you watched Tier 1 last night, you would have seen how much I was struggling in the McLaren on the straights with Ferraris, and Porsche catching me a little bit, and then if you really saw the best battle of the race, at least in race 2, then you saw me and Skeppy having a ding-dong fight, him in the Audi, me in the McLaren. He was gaining so much time on me in the straight that I just had to really bully him. And speaking of bullying, Stig might bully in the last corner. No, he won't. He'll get a better run. Yeah, he might. GameStopper kind of screws himself. We'll see what Stig can do here. Send it. Maybe. Oh, switch back. Switch back. Oh, GameStopper really cuts those inside curves. Brake early, Stig does, so he doesn't hit the back of the Nissan driver, and they will have to stop fighting over this for right now, and maybe wait a little bit later. But Stig goes a bit deeper on the brakes. I could set him up for this next corner if he cuts in a lot. He doesn't. He cut in here, try and get a better run. Ooh, oh no, it's off. Oh no. Oh, save it. Don't touch it. Oh, he touched the ball. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that is over. Very depressing. I am very depressed. Another McLaren dead. Very depressing. Oh well. Props to Stig. That was great to see. Not so great when he spun and then tapped the wall, but you know, a McLaren that has been great, Scartrix. About to lap kart racer here. Kieran's about to maybe have a go on Ardell. Will Scartrix spoil the party? Got about 2 laps left to complete. Actually, he might have only 1 lap left after he finishes this one. Meanwhile, these two will still have 2 more laps. But yeah, Scartrix's been great in the McLaren, and the Ferrari has been great of Kieran. He's been trying to make a move on these two, and Kart Racer goes even deeper. And now Ardell's going to have to tuck in for the slipstream. Kart Racer's going to get lapped here in a few seconds here, maybe next lap. We only have 1 lap left, as this is about a 1 minute 35 second lap, and Scartrix will cross the line with probably about 1 minute 15 as Kieran goes a bit wide and deep, and now he has relinquished the position to Ardell. The guys have been fighting for quite some time, and now they can fight for another 2 laps. So you can see what happens here. He's going to get the better run. Again, Ardell goes on those cautious curves. You don't want to do that. Go look at this fight between Mr. Pink and Redeemer. He's been trying, and like I said, it's the final lap for Scartrix, but some of these drivers will still have to do a whole another lap unless they get lapped. Mostly Ardell. Ardell gets lapped with Kieran. It was Mr. Pink has a moment saying if Ardell and Kieran get lapped, then they'll be on their last lap technically. So if Kieran wants to try and get past Ardell anytime soon, he's going to have to make sure they don't get lapped. I think they're fighting right now. Yes, they are. They both go wide. That's going to cause problems maybe for Ardell. Maybe Kieran will send it. He's going to have to watch out for Scartrix behind. He doesn't want to involve himself with the lead driver. He might have to let him go here, or maybe Scartrix will play it safe and just sit behind these two and just watch this great battle for P10. It may not be a lot for Scartrix seeing somebody fight for P10, but for these two, they've been fighting for P10 basically the entire race, especially Kieran. He was at the back of the grid after spinning off on the first lap, but he let Scartrix through. Now, crucially, will Ardell let Scartrix through? Because at this point in time, Kieran will finish the race. But no, Ardell lets him through. That was pretty dumb. I'm not going to lie, because that's pretty dumb. And oh, that's pretty dumb too. Ardell's in the gravel. You love to see it. Just kidding, you don't. But he doesn't beach it like someone said he would. He gets out of it, and Kieran has just snatched P10. And that is the last lap. Scartrix comes around the final corner to win his first race in BRL ACC and his first race at Tier 2 by a commanding way. Wow, what a race from the McLaren driver. That is amazing. You love to see it. Big props to McLaren. Honda family, not entirely down bad because P2, I call that good, very good result for Mr. Titan. He's going to get P2, about 21 seconds off of the lead. Redeemer gets a nice podium. Meanwhile, Mr. Pink, he'll be a bit annoyed with himself. He had P2 in the bag, but he's going to have to settle for P4. Meanwhile, Kieran Evans, he's had a very quiet race, but he's going to get a solid P5. No safety car. There weren't that many incidents, so good job from Tier 2, cleaner than Tier 1 already. And he's going to come across English. I know it. I know it. He's going to come across the line for P5 in the BMW, with Nightcrawler not so far behind. P6 for the Ferrari driver. Game Stopper, P7, lone Nissan. You love to see it. That's a very good result for him in his first race here in Tier 2. Stig, he definitely could have had P7. He'll be kicking himself with that mistake. But P8 isn't the worst place. And, oh, look at this. This is beautiful car park here. Look, oh, Axe, you okay? You want to do a little spin? You want to do a little donut? You're the last one to finish. You could do a donut. You should do a donut. Come on. Do a donut. We won't penalize you. It's fine. Do a donut. Do a drift. Do something. Come on. Don't go wide. That's not good. Oh, don't. Drift. Oh. Drift. Maybe. No. Curbs. Just having fun, I see. He is going to get P9. There you go. Wiggle the car. Okay. Don't crash yourself, but he's going to get P9. A very solid result for the Honda driver. He started P10, he's up to P9, he's going to crash into this nice car park. He's going to crash like a bowling ball into some bowling pins, and he will be very happy with that, considering he was in like a 4-car train at one point fighting for P9, so he'll be happy. He's doing a bit of exploring around the track, and he's going to hit the wall and hit the tires, and he's going to park up, and that will be the end of this first race. Wow. What a race. We've been streaming for 69 minutes, by the way, so kudos to everyone who stuck around. You made it to 69 minutes. I don't know what else you would want in life other than that, or maybe a second race, which will happen in 3 minutes, so stick around. I'm gonna look in chat, see what you guys are saying. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Well, I'll play the replay actually. We'll look at the replays a little bit. That's what we'll do. Look at the replays while we wait for the second race to start. Scar's timetable? Yeah. Let's check. Scar's timetable. P19. Yeah, he's 19 laps, 21 seconds. I'm trying to click on his specific timetables, but it's not working for me. Let's go over here. Yeah, it's not working. Sorry about that. I know what you're talking about because I do it all the time. It's not really working. Yeah, it's not working. So maybe you'll have to ask him for his timetables personally. Maybe get him to screenshot it. But yeah, it's not working on my end. I apologize. I definitely would have liked to have gotten that for you. But yeah, still a great race from him. 21 seconds ahead of nearest guy behind. So he'll definitely be happy with that and hope for a even better race in the next race. Or maybe he wants a closer fight because, in my opinion, ACC, it doesn't really feel as rewarding if you're just leading by a country mile. I'd much rather have a great fight for P5, but that's just me. Everyone's different, so maybe he wants a closer fight. Maybe he wants a repeat of race 1 where he's just flying off in the distance. We are now back on the grid. You see those cars popping up. That means they're changing their setup, making sure everything is okay. Their fuel. Make sure you guys don't run out of fuel. I didn't see anyone run out of fuel that race, so that's great to see. I know I ran out of fuel on the line in the first race of Tier 1 last night. So John in the Porsche almost had me. But yeah, so make sure you have your fuel on line, boys. Don't want to be running out. That would be a shame way to end the race, especially if you're in a good result. I know these guys definitely want a good result. They know what they did wrong and what they did right in the first race, and they want to capitalize on their knowledge in this second race. Another 30-minute race, and then we'll go to podium interviews with the drivers from both race 1 and race 2, and then that'll be it. And like I said, we'll be back in Breakout Racing League on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for F2, so stay tuned. And stay tuned for this race, which will start in about a minute and 30 seconds. Oh, go to qualifying? Yeah, sure.
30 seconds.
Qualifying, yeah, 35-2. I think he beat that time in the race. I wouldn't be surprised. Really on fire. Yeah, 35-2. 5/10 clear. Ooh, that's not what I meant to say. 5/10 clear of the guy in second. So yeah, free practice.
10 seconds.
It was a bit slower than Mr. Pink actually, but really picked it up. So now we start race 2. We now just about gonna start the race. Gartrix goes green. We're racing now, boys. Get ready, get your hats on, get everything on. We're going racing. Lex is being squeezed a bit. He's gonna send it around the outside. Oh, don't make contact. They didn't make contact. Oh, but they did. Oh no, Sting and Titan are off, and there's more contact. They're almost 4 wide, and he's gonna get pinched, and the Nissan gets pinched like I said he would. And now there goes the BMW of Kieran. He's trying to look for a move on the Ferrari. Scartrix already has a decent gap again, very reminiscent of the first race. And now here comes Kieran. He's got the better run. He's gonna get a bit loose. Oh, and that's Ardell going onto the sausage curve. Got to keep an eye out for that. Try and change the camera angle, give us a better view. It's gonna be Kieran going down the inside. Here comes the switchback from the Ferrari driver. Ardell goes a bit wide. You can see in the mirrors of the Ferrari. What can the Ferrari do? He's gonna try and look for a move maybe. Kieran goes really aggressive on the inside line. He really wanted it. And there's contact behind. I can see it. And there goes Kieran up the inside. Meanwhile, the Nissan is now looking for a move. He definitely wants this position. We'll have to keep an eye on these two. No, they're possible side-by-side moments right now. They get really close. Don't make contact, guys. You don't want this in the first lap. Oh, as he goes off, and my controller almost falls off my desk. That's great. And Nightcrawler falls off the track and has to clear the way so he doesn't hit anyone. Very good to see. He didn't just come onto the track dangerously. Very safely returned, and we'll live to fight another day. That's very important that he didn't just come on dangerously. So props to him. Not the best start, but still a long race to go, as Scartrix already has a 1.5 second gap to Mr. Pink. Mr. Pink would definitely like to get closer this race. And Redeemer is on the podium already. Is that Kieran? Oh, he just cut the entire track. That's not good. Hopefully he doesn't get a warning for that. I think he just missed the corner, so hopefully that's not a penalty or warning, because that would be pretty unlucky to say the least. But yeah, Titan down to dead last. Very unlucky in that second corner incident. And he's gonna have a tough race. He's got damage for sure, but it could be done. He's got 27 minutes to pull something out the bag. He's got a lot of slower cars behind him. Not that they're terribly slow, but if anything based off race 1, he should be able to catch these guys in a couple laps here. So hopefully, for his sake, he can have a fun fight back through the field. Hopefully these two gonna have a fun fight, Kieran and GameStopper. We didn't see these two battle the last race, but we did see Stick just get past Kart Racer back there in the behind. And hopefully these two, Pip and Stick, can have a good fight here. The gap's still extending from first and second. It's up to 1.7 seconds now. Redeemer 2 seconds behind Mr. Pink. Oh, that's a very nice drift from Kieran. That was pretty cool, but it's definitely not going to help his tires and help him try and catch up to GameStopper. But right now things are kind of settling down. We've got two trains going on from 5th to 6th, and from 7th, not really 7th, 8th to 9th. We've got a bit of trains going on. Things are starting to settle down a little bit as we get more relaxed and farther into this race. Got a prediction from Arabian Killer saying Ardell on the podium. If Ardell gets on the podium, I would personally send him a virtual hug somehow. That'd be a very impressive move. Speaking of moves, Kieran looking for a move on GameStopper. Is going to go out on the inside, maybe get tucked back in. Yep, get the switchback. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. But will he have to run out of the corner? I don't think he will. Have to tuck behind again for the slipstream, try something else. Maybe on the exit of this corner, or maybe just send it up the inside. Nope, he's gonna go for the exit, get the cutback. Not really gonna work because he gets a bit loose. Those tires aren't liking what he's doing with that Ferrari, so he's gonna have to sit there. Meanwhile, in the background, I just saw a kart racer getting bullied off the track by by Titan. He's already up to P9, so he's made 2 moves pretty quickly. Like I said, he's definitely got the pace over these drivers back in the grid, on the back of the grid. So he's gonna have to be making his way on the field. Gonna keep an eye out for him with 25 minutes left in this race. Oh, they both go wide. Just letting you guys enjoy the sounds, but here comes Kieran again. Same spot, same place. Will he actually send it this time? No, he's going to back out again. Get the under and over. Nope, it's not really going to work out that way as Ardell goes a bit wide. He's got a good gap to Stig, so Stig made a mistake somewhere. Cost him about a couple seconds to Ardell in front of him, so don't know what happened there, but he's gonna have to try and make his way up. He's got Titan about a second behind him now, so he's gonna have to watch out. Oh, contact, I think. No, just Nightcrawler and Kart Racer fighting like they were earlier. Yeah, hopefully they keep it clean. Don't want any incidents here. As Ardell gets a drive through, that's from corner cutting. Pretty much the only way you can get a drive-through is through corner cutting, so that's very unfortunate to see from the Honda driver. He had a decent race last race, but that's pretty much ruined his race. A drive-through around here is about 30-35 seconds, so he's not going to have a very fun race unless he gets a safety car. So we'll have to wait and see. Oh, Scared drifts! Oh gosh, his tires must be screeching right now because they are not responding to his driving input at all, as Ardell serves the drive-through now rather than later. Very good. Don't want to have to get stuck in a safety car or something, so may as well serve it now. So he'll be relegated to dead last, and he's just gonna have a quiet race. Maybe hope for some chaos here in the front for him to get a higher position than P11. Yeah, Arabian, I don't think your prediction is looking so hot now with Ardell getting that drive-through, but You never know. You never know. Also got a fight here between Titan and Stig. Titan just got past Stig. Might go to the replay this time. We're gonna go to the replay. Yep, we're gonna go to the replay. Let's see what we find here. Oh, we already missed it. Dang it. Well, I think it's still fun to go to the replay just to see what happened. Yeah, I think Scar might have to get a bump up to tier 1. I agree with that, Palm Trees. He's definitely seems to be a bit too fast, or maybe it's just he's really good at Misano, you never know. But based off this one race, well, these 2 races alone, it seems like he should definitely get promoted. Oh, here's something we missed. This kart racer fighting with Titan. Whether or not kart racer just let him through because it's a faster car. I think he just let him through. Yeah, he's just letting him through. It was a bit off the track, but yeah, he's just letting him through. And now we will go back to the live action here. I don't think we missed anything too important. No, we didn't miss anything, so it was a good time to go to the replay, but we didn't miss anything, so all good here, folks. Let's look at the gap between Mr. Pink and Scartrix. It's not as nearly as big as it was at this point last race. It's keeping about 3.5 seconds. Redeemer's race pace is it's decent, but it's not at the top 2. But I think he'll definitely just take 2 podiums. That'll give him a total of 30 points for this race weekend. So we'll be very happy with that. In fact, second place gets 18 points. Fourth is 12. So they'll actually be tied on points, Redeemer and Mr. Pink. But Mr. Pink will be ahead based off the fact, if he does finish in second, he'll be ahead based off that fact alone. So, Redeemer just stay consistent. He can come out of this race weekend P3 in the championship, which is pretty good considering he started in P4 for both races. So he's just been doing his best to stay out of trouble and stay doing what he's doing best, which is just being consistent. His Stig has gone off the track. Just caught that on the map. This is very unfortunate for him. He hasn't lost any actual places, but he's lost a lot of time to Titan in front of him. He lost about 10 seconds. So I'm assuming he made a mistake there. We'll have a look at the replay in a few minutes here, but I want to stay focused on Kieran and GameStopper. Just like Stig and GameStopper were close all last race, Kieran's been close all race, and he's looking even closer than Stig was last race. Out the inside again. Is he actually going to send it this time, or is he going to back out? He's going to back out. He's going to do that aggressive move again. GameStopper falls for this time. Kieran's going to have the inside line. He's going to have to run. Ferrari's going to a straight line, but Nissan's not a slouch either. They're going to go side by side. Kieran go around the outside, maybe? No, he's going to get the switchback. Yeah, switchback. Come on, maybe. Titan's close. He's going to want to get in this fight soon, hopefully. There's no incidents to speak of. Don't want to see that. Can Kieran do anything on this straight? It's pretty long, but he's going to have to start braking soon, the next 3 seconds here. He's on the brakes now. Do something in this corner here. No, I don't think so, unless GameStopper makes a huge mistake. Speaking of huge mistakes, Ardell, oh, he's just going into the pits. May be going into the pits to retire, I don't know. If so, that's very unfortunate for the Honda driver. He's having a decent race until we got that drive-through. And look at Titans right there now, as GameStopper is probably holding up Kieran at this point. They're in the 38s. Low, high, oop, Kieran's going for a move. He's gonna get on the inside curve. He's gonna go around the outside. Maybe get the switchback this time. Look at Titan. He was almost 2 seconds quicker than these two on the last lap, so he's definitely faster. The onboard camera so they can spot anything here. Just watch this fight from Kieran's perspective. He's going to make a move here. He's going to go down the inside. He's actually got the run to actually go down the inside fully if he wants. We'll see if he does anything. Just cuts him off. Kieran drips a little bit. I think just have it. I'm going to stay on this camera for now. He drifts and he goes deep. Oh, and here comes Titan, and Kieran moves up, gets a bit loose. I think he did that unintentionally because he saw how close GameStopper and Titan was and didn't want to cause a crash. So unfortunate that he lost both those places, but he can live to fight another day, and I definitely think Titan's going to get past GameStopper real soon here. Maybe up the inside, maybe. Still, he's got it. He's got it. GameStopper goes deep. He's going to get past. Like I said, Titan's going to get past him soon, and he does. And look at Kieran now. He's pretty much more or less right back in the fight with GameStopper, so they're not going to be fighting over P5 anymore unless Titan makes a mistake, but they're still going to be fighting for P6, which would be a very good result for both these drivers. In particular, Kieran, who I believe, let me see here real quick, please finish P8 last race? No, P10, as he drifts a little bit, so he would definitely like this improvement. And he's all over the track right now, as we have Ardell coming out of the pit, so maybe he just wanted a fresh set of tires, or maybe he had damage. Either way, he's still in the race, which is really nice to see. No retirement so far this race. Even with Ardell having that drive through, as Kieran drives over those sausage curves, but it's not going to stop him from getting a look. Maybe try the outside, dab it down the inside, or just go for the switchback here like he's done basically every lap now. But no, it's not going to work. GameStopper's a bit smarter than that, but he's not smart enough to get a bit loose on that curbing there. It's not going to help his run. Will Kieran send up the inside just for giggles? A little bit of contact? No, I think they're clean. Keep it clean. That's good to see. He's going to get a run. He's got to tuck back in for the slipstream. It's going to be all down to this run. What can he do? Carl and Stigger having a bit of a battle there. We'll go back there. We see him getting closer. Right there. He really wants this position. Really make a move. He's going to roll it offline. Stick behind for now. Maybe GameStopper will go deep like he did with Titan. No, he won't. He keeps it on the track. As we have a spinner. That's Ardell. Hopefully he's on the way. Oh, he's almost in the way. Scar tricks, but he just stuck. He's staying on the left-hand side. Looks very smart. Cause here comes Kieran. He's still there, still trying to make a move. Stig's gap staying about the same, so we'll keep an eye on that, like I said. But it's looking pretty even from GameStopper. He's defended very well, like he did against Stig. He's doing the same with Kieran, but here comes Kieran. He's got such a good run. This is it. This is it. Down the inside. He's got to outbrake him. He's going to. Will GameStopper get the... Oh, he's going to get the place back because Kieran broke that a little bit too late. But will Kieran have to run? He's got to line this up. Oh, he's going to drift and go on those curbs. That's not going to help him. I think GameStopper will live to fight another day. Keep this position unless Kieran really nails this. He's going to break late. Maybe get the switch back here. He's a bit aggressive. No, he won't. He's fine for now. Thankfully, for their sake, they don't have to rely English. Okay, I'm back. English is back. Restored. Oh, Kieran almost goes into the back of GameStopper. I was going to point out that they don't have to worry about losing too much time to Nightcrawler. The gap's 8 seconds, so they can keep fighting like this for a good while as long as they maintain a decent pace compared to Nightcrawler. But don't want to be crashing into each other this late into the race. We are more than halfway done, so no point crashing. You can get a possible top 6 here in the second race. Definitely Kieran wants his top 6 after finishing P10 last race, but he doesn't want it that much, or else he will just end up crashing in a GameStopper. So hopefully they keep it clean. And hopefully Kieran's tires respond to his driving inputs, because he's been drifting quite a lot this race. See how much later he brakes. And GameStopper here, these first few corners is really showing. That last lap he lost about 7/10 to Nightcrawler, but his best lap is almost a second faster than that. So we'll have to see how much time they're doing, what their lap times are consistently for the next few laps here. That will be very important. As they both go wide, you've got Scartrax lapping. No, Scartrax isn't lapping. What's going on? Oh, it's a safety car. We have a safety car. We have a safety car. I hope our drivers know that. I hope they know that. I don't think they know that, but we have a safety car. Can't really do anything about that. I'm going to go into game chat real quick and let the drivers know, just in case. This is your commentator. We are in safety car. We are in safety car. Please do not overtake on track. Please turn on your lights if you have the option to. We are under safety car. We are under safety car. Alright, I am back. I went into game chat to let the drivers know that we are under safety car. Hopefully, they all heard me loud and clear, unless they have voice chat muted, but I think they got the message. There's a huge train in front, so they should have the message, but yeah, we are under safety car. Yeah, thank you for the confirmation there, Jug. We are under safety car. And that bunches the pack up. Oh, God, oh, wow. Ardell was trying to unlap himself, but I don't think Scartrix saw him there and was just weaving a bit there, but thankfully no contact, and this is great for Ardell. He had that drive through, but he might get a podium. You never know. Arabian, if you're still here, you might get that prediction right. You never know with the safety car. There's 10 minutes left, well, 11 minutes left. If the safety car comes in next lap, they'll probably have about 5, 6, maybe 7 laps of racing left. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't know why we have a safety car exactly. I look around. Wait a minute, where are the BMWs gone? Are they here? Yeah, they're both here. I'll go look in Discord to see if we have a reason for the safety car, but we have one. Scartrix got a bit of a gap to the rest of the field here. Stig catching up to the group now. And then we have Kart Racer and Ardell on their way. They might be able to catch up to the safety car here. The safety car has quite a bit of a gap, as I think we're coming in this lap. Yes, we are. So we are going green. The field needs to catch up to the leader. There we go. Start the lap now. We're going to go green any second now. Whenever in his discretion, and he goes now. So we're back to racing. That was a pretty quick safety car, but it bunched everything up, and that could give Mr. Pink the chance to possibly steal this race win. Everyone is close since the start of the race. He's definitely going to look for the move if he gets the opportunity. Kieran goes a bit wide, and so does Stig. Oh, Stig, no, not again! Stig, no, don't touch the wall. He didn't touch the wall this time, but he's gonna do a full 360 to get this car back going in the right direction. Very unfortunate just after the safety car restart, but he's still in the points and still in the race. That's all that matters. There's a board been taken out there. That's not good. Hopefully nothing happens with that to distract anyone in the race. But yeah, the safety cars definitely bunched up the field. That's allowed people like Ardell to get another chance. Not really, though. Who am I kidding? Well, Stig had his incident. Nightcrawler's caught up. Look at Titan. He started P3. He's now up to P6, and with a chance of possibly snatching the 5th place here. Wow, that was a good move right there. He was ahead of GameStopper, so I believe he's re-overtaking GameStopper now. So he's back into the top 5. Meanwhile, Scartrix isn't really pulling away yet from Mr. Pink. Mr. Pink's going to have a very tough time to try and get past Scartrix, though, because that Porsche is very slow in a straight line. But that McLaren isn't too great either around here, so anything can happen. Kieran and GameStop are going at it again. They've been going at it for the entire race now, and they're not stopping now with just about 8 minutes left in this race. Yeah, like Jug was saying in the chat, Chunky, slipstream is a thing. You have to be within a second of the car in front to get slipstream. Although, really, if you want to pass someone in a straight, you're going to be needing to be like within 3-4 tenths of someone to try and get alongside, or maybe dive it up the inside after a straight. But yeah, it's definitely a thing. But in these GT cars, it's definitely not as powerful as say F1, but it's definitely there. And we're seeing that right now with Mr. Pink as he's starting to gain on Scartrix on the straight here. Probably gained about a tenth, maybe 2 during the straight. He's going to gain a lot in these corners. His Porsche is great on the brakes as Scartrix has a bit of a moment mid-braking zone. That's not going to help him. No incidents in the back there, so they're going to keep driving. And this is Mr. Pink has just come alive after the safety car restart. His tires are fired up and he's ready to go and ready to pressure Scartrix for this possible chance at a win as he gets a bit loose on the curbing there. Mr. Pink does, but keeps it on the track. Meanwhile, Redeemer's losing time in these top 2 already, but I think he knows his pace. He knows he just wants his podium. He wants to seal it, keep the Kieran ahead. He's had a great, consistent race so far, and maybe if these two crash, Redeemer can get a lucky win. I'm sure he would definitely like that to wrap off this Monday night as we have a fight going on. That's Titan. Kieran, Titan wants a spot. He was 3rd in qualifying. He's going to try and get 4th. I think he will. He's going to have the inside line. That should be that done. Kieran, don't make contact. No, they made contact. No. They crashed. Oh my god. No. God, that's a shame. Let's go back real quick, see if the spotting thing. Here goes color. Aaron comes Stig. And yeah, wipeout. Yeah, that was a wipeout. That's very unfortunate. Titan's gotten past, and Mr. Pink has lost a bit of time as the McLaren's starting to perform up to its pace now. So here comes Stig trying to make a move on Kieran. So watch this fight for a bit longer. Keep an eye on the gaps between the other drivers. Mostly between 1st and 2nd, 4th and 5th. So we'll keep an eye on those battles while watching this one. Was that GameStopper in the pits? Yes, it is. He's pitting for that damage. It must be some pretty major damage for him to pit this late in the race. Same for Nightcrawler. They were both caught up in that incident, so it's very a shame. Stig stays out though, along with Kieran, so they think that their damage won't be that severe. But for GameStopper and Nightcrawler, that's a very unfortunate end to this race with only 4 minutes left, which leaves you about 2 laps. So that's just very unlucky for those two. The gap between Scartrix and Mr. Pink is already 1.5 seconds, so Scartrix was struggling a little bit early on after that safety car, but it's definitely come along now. And Redeemer's actually... Oh! That's Ardell! Keeps out of the way of the drivers, though. A bit of a scare, but he's kept out of the way, thankfully. Mr. Pink is back in contention now with that. Scartrix had to get out the way to avoid the Honda driver. So we'll see if Mr. Pink can try and put more pressure on Scartrix once again. With 3 minutes left in this race, there should be about 2, maybe 3 laps left in this race. It really depends how fast Scartrix can lap this circuit. GameStopper's coming out the pits now. He's going to be in P9. Like I said, very unfortunate for him and Nightcrawler, but oh, that's gotta hurt. He's coming out right in front of the 2 drivers. He was fighting for this P6. He's a lap down, and he's gonna have to let them go. Although, Ardell out the way again. Technically, GameStopper does not have to let him through. Although he's being shown blue flags in GT car racing. Don't technically have to let the driver a lap ahead of you by. You can just stick there ahead. You won't be smiled upon, but you can. We've seen it before. I've done it before. So it's really up to the drivers. Here comes Stig down the inside. Ooh, he's hit the Audi Sport board there. Ahead of Kieran as Kieran drifts. He's not going to help his run. He's going to have the slipstream, not DRS, this is an F1. It will have the slipstream still, and I think this will be one of the last fights on the track, really, as Scartrix has got the gap to Mr. Pink. Ardell and GameStopper are on a whole other lap in P9 and P11. Oh, Stig drifts! Save it! Oh no, he's gonna save it into the path of Kieran! That's Stig down to P7. Oh, that's very unfortunate. He saved it, but Kieran was just in the wrong place, wrong time, and that's allowed him. He's gotten P6 now, but more damage, and Stig, he's gonna be annoyed again. He spun again. He spun like 3 times this race. Don't spin again. He's gonna go wide, but he won't spin this time. He's lost about 4.5 seconds to Kieran in front. But crucially, he's got a big gap to P8 kart racer. GameStopper was having a bit of a fun drive with Ardell, separated by about 2 laps. But how much time left? Is that the end of the race? Yes, it is. We are at the end of the race. Scartrix is gonna... No, he's not right at the end. He's not gonna have enough time. Yeah, he's just short of the time. I thought that was the end for a second. What a crazy last lap that would have been. We have one more. He's extended it by about 5 seconds. So he'll have one more lap to just cruise to the finish. He's got a 2.5 second gap as Ardell goes off the track again. Probably just letting people through at this point and just kind of annoyed with his race, as most people would probably be. He's had some bad luck with that drive-through, and then the safety car, he couldn't catch up, so we'll definitely be going back to the drawing board for next race at Zolder. But yeah, Scartrix, haven't seen him much this race, but that's because he's been not so much in a world of his own this race, but he's definitely been the class act, and I have to give credit to Mr. Pink as well. He was pretty close before that. He was about 5-6 seconds off before the safety car, and then now the gap's 2 seconds, so Scartrix hasn't done a race 1 again, so it's good to see Mr. Pink that much closer, and Redeemer showing his race pace again. And same for Titan. He's definitely shown his race pace. He should have been up here fighting for the podium for Redeemer and Mr. Pink, but unfortunately he had that lap 1 collision, but he's made his way back. A bit of luck due to the safety car, but he's still in the top 4. And yeah, very good recovery drive from the lead Honda driver tonight. Now we're coming to the final corner. We have come across the line for lap 19 and the final lap of the race. Here comes Scartrix. He's going to win again for the second time in a row. 35-1. I'm pretty sure that's faster than his quality time, and he's going to win with Mr. Pink in second. About 3 seconds off. Redeemer's going to get another podium. That's 2 podiums in 2 races for him. He's going to be very happy. Titan 4th. He'll be wanting more next time. Kieran, a solid P5. He's going to be very happy with that. Kieran gets P6. Not the cleanest race for P6, P7. And yeah, P6 and P7, but he'll definitely take it. He got P10 in the last race. Now he's P6. With Stig. Stig in 7th. Kart Racer is going to come with a lucky P8 after GameStopper's unfortunate crash, resulting in him pitting along with Nightcrawler. But yeah, where is Kart Racer? There he is. The camera's being a bit glitchy as usual here on ACC. So there's a nice car park up there. I can see it on the map. That looks like a bit of fun. Yeah, now here comes Kart Racer. He's coming across the line now. P8. He'll be very easy. Pretty happy with that race. A solid points on the board. As Ardell's car is so broken that he is almost on the full 45-degree turn to keep it in a straight line. That is very unfortunate, and that pretty much tells this race pretty much. That pretty much explains this whole race here in race 2. But the podium is Scartrix, Mr. Pink, and Redeemer. So I call that a pretty consistent podium, at least here in these first 2 races. We've seen who's at the top, we've seen who's in the middle, we've seen who's at the bottom, but Zolder is next, and next I will be getting the podium drivers in for their interviews if they can, so stay tuned as we get these drivers in. Alright, then I think I'll start the podium interviews now, as I don't think our double winner Scartrix is coming into the party. We'll start first off with, let's go with Redeemer. You have gotten you've gotten, what is that, 2 podiums now, 2 third places. I think you're tied for, no, you're second. I think you got a solid second place in the championship in these first 2 races. Tell me about your races.
First of all, I'm sweating. Like, I've never raced the car that badly and kept it so clean. Race 1's just staying out of trouble. Going with my race 2 helped me with the spin, coming positions back, and just had to help people do it.
Yeah, you had a very quiet race, but your race pace was very consistent, and I think that definitely helped in you getting those podiums. Are you looking forward to Zolder? Have you done any practice there yet? What's your mindset heading into that race?
Just hope for the best and try to stay clean.
All right, well, congrats on the double podiums, and I look forward to seeing you next week at Zolder.
Yeah, thank you.
Moving on to Mr. Titan, you have got 1 podium. Could have had another one in the race 2, but unluckily you had some bad luck in the first corner. But tell me about your races.
Make sure I don't burn the tires. Keep an even pace. Beamer kept me on zone. It was just a straightforward race. I saw some heats. I knew I could leave second place. Thank goodness I did. Race 2, just race I missed the second going into turn 2, and just
Yeah, you definitely had some bad luck there, but you still came back to P4. That was a great safety car restart from you. You were aggressive and you got those positions when you needed to. And are you looking forward to his order at all? Because you showed some great pace here, but how about there?
I'm hoping to keep this good pace up at Zolder, but knowing me, I'll be really slow.
Never say never. But thanks for racing. You guys showed some great pace, all of you in Tier 2, and you kept it cleaner than Tier 1, that's for sure. So, yeah, that'll do it for us tonight here in ACC Tier 2. Like I said, Wednesday we'll be having F2 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Realistic Thursday night, and then Friday and Saturday we'll have the F1 Tier 4 through 1, and then again ACC Tier 1 on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. You've been great, and I can't wait till next week to commentate Tier 2 again. So, bye bye.